Alright guys, again, this is Miss Corrales with a little video on probability. I apologize if there's noise, okay, because as you guys can see, my tornado here does not want to leave me alone, okay? I'm at my mom's house hoping to get some privacy, but it doesn't seem that she wants me to have privacy. She wants to follow me around. Okay, so let's do the best that we can. Probability. Today we went over a couple of things, right, that basically was just recapping what we talked about last week. I'm gonna just basically talk about that same stuff in hopes that maybe it makes a little bit more sense for those of you guys who are still confused. As you guys can see, I marked this page 25B because if you guys truly want to do this in your notebook, you can. It's just another set of notes that can help you guys. So I marked it 25B. You guys can put it right behind what we did today, and it wouldn't look out of place. Again, I just titled this probability 25B, and we're gonna get started. The first thing that I'm gonna put down is symbols to know. And again, this is not something new. We went over this on Friday, and we're gonna go over it. We went over it today, Monday, and it'll be here for the next couple of days. So the first thing you guys need to know is P. What does that stand for? We should already know. It stands for probability. Okay? And that is probably the easiest thing, right? Then we have this symbol that you guys say looks like an upside down U. It looks like an N, and that is a symbol for intersecting, and we use the word and when we're talking about this, and we're talking it's intersection. Okay, now the color that I am attributing to this is going to be green, okay, because I think we're going through an intersection, and if you're going to cross, the light needs to be green. So I'm just going to go ahead and make it look green here as if I'm doing those symbols just like here. Okay, oh, and in my word and. All right, the next symbol that we should be familiar with is the one that looks like a U, and that one stands for or union. Or a union. And I purposely didn't put that little line on my U because I want it to look like my symbol. Okay, and if we want to try to remember it, I can write the R here under the union, so it kind of looks like there's an or right there. The last one that we talked about is conditional probability, and that one we used a line. So it's like a straight up and down line, and I'm going to attribute the color purple to that one. Okay, I hope you guys can see that that's purple. And the words that we have to attribute here are the word given. So I'm gonna make my I look like that in purple. Given. Or we have the words condition, okay? So there's a condition. All right, those are the symbols. Now, what is something that you guys should know is that with these first three instances, that is with just a simple probability with the and or, you are always going to have the grand total as your denominator. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw like a little bracket here to join these. And it's gonna say these three will always go over the grand total. And if we're talking about our fraction, we have a numerator, a denominator, and we're talking about our grand total is going to go down there. Okay? Okay, so what about this last one? The one that says given. This one is unique in that the denominator will always be the event or condition on the right. Okay, so the denominator the event or condition on the right. And we'll show you guys what that looks like in a little bit. So down there. So you see probability and, or, and given. The first three will always have the grand total on the bottom. And the last one, the given, is going to have the second condition or the condition on the right to be the denominator. Now, there's different types of probability, as you guys see, that we're going to work with. So, I am trying to I made a little flip book for myself. So the very first thing that I did is I copied this little chart that I hope that you guys can either pause the video and copy it. And it's obviously, we have eye color and then we have gender. Okay, and I'm going to keep referring back to this. So if you guys want to copy it down on your notes or on another piece of paper, I'm making this little chart so that I can flip, right, my little book, and I can see every single one individually. Okay, so the first one here is simple probability, which is obviously going to be the simplest one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up gluing this to my notebook right there, as you guys can see. Just going to zoom out really quick, and then I'll be able to flip through it. Okay, but for your guys's purposes right now, I don't know if you guys can all just write it down on a piece of paper or whatever it is that you want to do. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn to do my simple. And I probably should have cut this one. Okay, simple probability. So, as you guys can see, I put the word simple here, so it's like a little tab, and I'm gonna say this. The probability that we are looking for, or that we can get a male, this is simple probability. You're only looking at one event. And that's, so if I'm looking for the probability of a male, I'm going to look at my chart and I'm going to see how many males are in this survey, right? So male, 110 out of how many? 200. But remember that we told you guys that you guys need to be able to read math. So, how does this read? If you guys are trying to figure this out, it reads probability of a male, okay, is 110 over 200. Okay, this is the number of males that were interviewed about their eye color, and this is the grand total of people who were interviewed. Okay? So if we go ahead and punch that into our calculator, we would get 55 or 0.55, which would then give us 55%. Okay, so if you guys want to do one more, again, simple like this, we can do the girls. What is the probability of a girl and we can do, or actually, how about we do this? The probability of a person that was interviewed that just had green eyes. So this would read, right, probability of green eyes. Of green eyes. And I'm sorry that it's shaky, but I'm trying to do this with one hand and not hold this little slice of paper. And if we look back at our handy dandy chart, we have green eyes, and the total people that were interviewed were 30 out of the 200. So here we have 30 over 200. And if we go ahead and put that into our calculator, we get 0.15, which we would turn into 15%. Okay? Maybe I should draw a line just so that you guys know that these are two separate probabilities or two separate examples. Okay? All right, so let's be done with the simple one. I think you guys understand how to do that one. I'll go ahead and close mine. The beauty of this is that you guys can always look back at your notebook or the video and try to do this as slow as you need to. Okay, so now we're talking about intersecting. Intersecting probability is obviously where they meet. So if I have something that reads this, the probability of green and female. So how does that read? Again, that's going to be a challenge if you understand what it's trying to say. So this reads the probability of person with green eyes and being female. Okay, so what is the probability of one of those people that was interviewed having green eyes and being female? So what is it that we're looking for? We are looking for the green eyes and female, and we're going to look where those two meet on our chart. So we have green eyes is here and females is right here. So what is the number that I am, or where it's intersecting? It's that 10. Okay, so I would do this. It would be 10 out of 200. And if I put that into my calculator, I would have 0.05, which would be 5%. And then you guys might notice that I'm not doing the little approximation signs, but it's because it's an exact number because of the numbers that I'm using. Okay, but if we had more to the decimal, then I would be doing it. Okay, so let's do just one other small example down here. And it's gonna say the probability of blue eyes and male. I put BL for blue because we have brown and we have blue. So which one is which? B. BL is blue, and we can say BR will be brown. Okay, so here we go. Looking at our chart, we have blue eyes and male, And where are they both intersecting? At this 40 right here. So it is 40 out of 200. And if I put that into a calculator, I get 0.2, which is 2%. Okay, I hope this is making sense for you guys. All right, let's go to the union one. And actually these, I should have probably done them green. Okay, so now we're talking union. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one behind my chart. And looking at my union. So I have the probability of brown, BR, brown, or female. Probability of brown or female. Okay, how would that read? I'm gonna go ahead and do it again. Reads probability of brown eyes or female. Okay, we have brown eyes and female, right? What is the probability of that? So in order for us to make sure that we understand what we have to do, since this is union, okay, we are going to have to do that one with the opposite operation, which we spoke about in class. So we're gonna have the grand total of people, which is 200, and then what's gonna be on top is gonna be the probability of people with brown eyes plus the probability of female minus the overlap. Okay, and how would that look in numbers? That is going to be 90 plus 90, right? Because there are 90 people that have brown eyes, and there are a total of 90 females, and we're gonna subtract the overlap. So what am I gonna subtract? If I have brown going down this way, I'm touching 50, 40, 90, and if I'm looking at females, 40, 40, 10, 90. What did I touch twice? That 40. So I'm gonna subtract 40. And that's all over 200. So 90 plus 90 gives us 180, minus 40 is 140. So we're gonna have 140 over 200. And if we put that into our calculator, we get 0.7, which is 70%. Okay, so remember, Miss Ramos said that when we have a union, right, when somebody gets married, they have their stuff and then their spouse's stuff, and then they have a whole lot of stuff. So that's where we have a whole lot of mess here, because we just united two probabilities. Okay, because of space on my little sheet, I'm only going to do one example for this one, but I think it's a pretty good example for you guys. And last but not least, we have conditional probability. And for conditional probability, that's where we have that lovely bar, okay? And we are going to do something with our little handy dandy chart that looks like this. The probability of brown eyes given that it's a male, okay? So we have to make sure, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's purple. Right? Brown eyes given that it's male. So we said that the denominator was going to be our second condition. So you guys can see, right, that this is our first condition, this is the second condition. So that's going to be my denominator. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and set up my little skeleton here. And I have that. Okay, so how would this read? this would read just like I said it, but again, this is your example for you to keep and to hold and to cherish. Haha, just kidding. And it reads probability of brown eyes given, and I'm going to write that in purple, hopefully you guys can see it's purple, given they are male. Hey, stop chasing Rio. See, look, she's chasing the cat. That's why I can't do a quiet video. Hey, stop chasing her. Okay, given that they are male. Okay, so again, my second condition is going to be my denominator. Okay, so how many males are there in this little thing here? Let's see, in our little table, male, 110. And then how many of those males have brown eyes? So you're going to have to look at that bar only, that row, and we're going to look at brown, and you have 50. So we're going to take that 50 and put it here. Okay, again, we're only looking at that row, because if we look at something else, then we're obviously going to get the wrong answer. Okay, so there we go. If we punch that into our calculator, we get 0.454, and that equals 45.5 once I round percent. Okay. All right, so I hope that this helped you guys a little bit. I am hoping to do another video tomorrow based on the stuff that we did in class today, Monday, and what I talked to Ms. Ramos about what you guys are doing on Tuesday, Wednesday. So I'm hoping to put another video, but we'll see, okay, how this goes and if you guys are doing well with this. If you guys, maybe you guys don't even need it. All right, hope you guys have a nice week. See you guys Friday.